is the Pioneer Agronomy Update here on the Red River Farm Network. I'm Carah Hart, and joining me is Pioneer Field Agronomist Marc Cartwright. Marc, thanks for joining us here today, and harvest well underway. We are south of Grand Forks, North Dakota. How are things going in the northern Red River Valley here?
Well, yes, Carah, exciting times right now. The soybean harvest is just starting. I'd say yields are way above average. We're probably in that good 7 to 10 bushel above average range to start off. So if those trends can yield and continue, we're looking for a very well and exciting soybean harvest.
Well, and as you all can see behind us, we're out by corn, and that's really a big question, right? With the late planting that we had up here this spring, how is the corn going to finish? And what are you hearing from folks? Do you think corn will be where it needs to be by the time harvest hits?
Well, yeah, we got a big frost coming up in a couple days. As you can see from this corn behind me, we've already had some light frost in the area. Most of the corn has received at least a light frost. I think we'll have a killing frost here in a couple days. I would say our impact to that killing frost is going to be pretty minimal. The corn is really close to black layer right now, and if not already achieved black layer. A lot of corn is below 30% moisture currently. And, if we just get a little bit nipped on that test weight in the last finishing stages of the kernel development, we shouldn't be in too bad a shape. I really look for the corn to stand well. We've had good finishing conditions. We've had a lot of sunshine here the last half of August and through the month of September. We should have good crop condition for the corn to stand a little bit and dry down naturally in the field if we get that weather conditions to do so.
So, Marc, before we got started with our interview here today, you went out and you picked a cob out of this field, and maybe we can take a closer look, show us a little bit more the closer look here and what you watch for when you're looking at maturity, how far along this crop is, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I just break this cob in half and pull off a couple of kernels. Look at the tip here, and you kind of hear the term black layer be referenced quite a bit in the ag community. And if you can kind of pull that little flat back and kind of see if there's a black layer developing. This corn is not quite there, but it's really, really close. And like I said, it's been frosted already, so I look for it to it'll naturally form a little bit of what I call a brown layer or a false black layer. And this corn has been impacted by the frost somewhat, but it's very, very light, maybe 2, 3, 4% yield impact, and that's going to come again from that kernel weight just being a little bit less, taking more kernels to fill that bushel basket, and so we'll just see a little bit of test weight decline.
Do you think that folks are going to have to actually put more drying through this year for the corn? Do you think they're going to have to run more corn through the dryer?
Well, obviously we live in the farther north. It's going to depend a little bit on what kind of weather we get here in October. I'd estimate this corn somewhere around 30% moisture right now. And, with good conditions like today, we had a little fog this morning, but man, we're going to have some nice sunshine going. We could easily lose 1/2 to 3/4 of a point of moisture today. So that ratchets it down pretty quick. We got sugar beets and finishing up some small grains and a little bit of canola still out there, dry edible beans. Potatoes, everything's going on right now, and so we got time for the corn to stand and dry a little bit. By the end of the month, I bet you we're going to be in the low 20s. We're probably still going to have to dry some corn, but we should be in a pretty good shape that everybody should be mostly comfortable with.
So, Marc, I know we've been really focused on harvest here today, but of course, I know some farmers are already thinking to 2023. What excites you about Pioneer's lineup for 2023? Anything that should be on our radar here?
Well, yeah, we always got new things coming down the pipeline. I would say our greatest things that we're looking forward to in 2023 from the Pioneer sales team would be the A-Series Enlist soybeans. These A-Series Enlist are brand new germplasm out of the Pioneer Corteva pipeline, and our early results to date are showing significant advantages over some of the more stable products we've had on the market the last 2 or 3 years on the Enlist side of things. So A-Series Enlist, driving big yields, and excited about those genetics coming forward next year.
Thanks so much for sharing with us a harvest update and what we can expect for next year. Did you want to add anything else?
Well, yeah, then I think we've got an exciting lineup in the corn as well. 85, 86-day corn, 80-day corn, brand new products out of the gate. So we're excited to see how they do this harvest. On the canola side of things, we should have some Optimum Glide coming with our next generation of Roundup Ready technology. We're continuing with our Liberty platform on the canola, and then Pioneer sunflowers with the Express Sun technology. A couple new hybrids at least one new hybrid on the sunflowers, and the sunflowers look really good too, and sunflower harvest should be going in the next week or 10 days as well.
Well, Marc, thanks for joining us today, and thank you all for joining us for this Pioneer Agronomy Update. Again, we've got Marc Cartwright, Pioneer Field Agronomist. We are south of Grand Forks, North Dakota. I'm Carah Hart here on the Red River Farm Network.